Chelsea are back in action really soon. On Monday, the 16th of June, Chelsea are playing at the Club World Cup, the reinvigorated tournament. Teams coming across all over the world to play in this American tournament. Chelsea want to win it. They want to go far. The squad has been announced, and I've picked out a few players that I think could show what they're about and hopefully take that form into the new season. Santos was signed from Vasco da Gama a few years ago, had an unsuccessful loan at Nottingham Forest, but then at Strasbourg, he's been there for 18 months now. He's finally returned to Chelsea as part of the first team, and he had a great spell in Strasbourg in France. He is now recognised as one of the best, not only young midfielders in Europe, but one of the best. He'll probably be battling Enzo Fernandez for that more attacking but box-to-box midfield role of arriving late in the box, scoring goals, which he did at Strasbourg. Not to mention he captained the side a lot of times in France, so he could be another leader in the squad. There's been interest across Europe for him. Bayern Munich, Arsenal have been linked to the young Brazilian midfielder, but Chelsea have been adamant that he's part of the first team squad, and it's good because we signed him for £20 million. We could triple our money. We know what our owners and the sporting directors are like. They wouldn't mind a quick flip on profits, but give him another year or two, he'll be worth potentially double that. We saw what we signed Enzo Fernandez for. Santos, the sky is his limit. And adding to our midfield depth as well is the new signing of Dario Asugo, signed for £20 million. No one had really heard of him, but if you look through his history, he was one of the youngest players to ever start for Sporting, I believe, in the Champions League. He's been playing for years, even though he's only like 19 himself. He had a really good productive season on loan at Las Palmas in Spain. I think they got relegated, but his stats that he brought up defensively in particular are really like eye-catching. He's not going to come in and start straight away, but he could play a really good rotational role with Moises Caicedo. There's no one in the squad that's as destructive as Caicedo. Now Caicedo's, what he's great at is winning the ball back, but then progressing the ball forwards afterwards, be that a dribble, be that a progressive pass forwards in behind, over the top, out wide. Asugo will need to replicate that. He's got the minerals, the raw minerals, however, and I think he's another astute signing, a young player, £20 million that will no doubt be sold either for more profit or have a long-term future at Chelsea. He's been playing for the Portugal under 15, 16, 17s, 18 system, and he's not yet made his debut, I don't believe, but it's only a matter of time really. We have a little Portuguese contingent in our squad. We've got Neto, Veiga and Felix will be leaving, so it's only really two at the moment. And the Club World Cup could be his platform to show Chelsea fans what he's about. I think a lot of Chelsea fans are like weirdly excited to see Asugo, considering he's not a huge high profile signing like we've seen. And also, touch wood, if Caicedo gets injured, touch wood he doesn't, Asugo will be the like-for-like logical cover for him. We've got huge midfield depth. We've got Enzo, Santos, Caicedo, now Asugo, not to mention Lavia in there. These really are some of the best midfielders in the world, I believe, and the Club World Cup could be the stage to show that. Next one, Mike Penders. He was another unknown youngster when Chelsea announced his signing. He will be now joining for the Club World Cup, but is expected to go out on loan next season. Goalkeeper situation at Chelsea is a mess right now, as we know. We don't know who our first choice goalkeeper or second choice goalkeeper is going to be heading into next season. We've been linked to new goalkeepers, but then we've not signed one yet. But there have been reports that Mike Penders is seen as Premier League ready, which is crazy to think, as he's only had one real professional season in professional football with Genk, and he's 19 years of age. He does look huge. But at the Club World Cup, we'll be able to see potentially if he's better than Sanchez. It won't be too hard. We'll see how good he is with the ball at his feet, because obviously Enzo Maresca, our manager, likes the goalkeeper to be involved with the possession-based football playing out from the back. And he will be given a chance. I don't know if he'll be starting games. I don't know how it will work, Club World Cup. I imagine it won't be like pre-season where you have a starting 11 and then another 11 that comes on at half-time. But he's not going to travel to America, surely, to not get any minutes. We'll have to see. Now, I didn't include Esteban Willian, as he will be joining after the Club World Cup, but he's going to be at the Club World Cup with Palmeiras, his current Brazilian team, as the last dance for his homegrown team. And then Kendry Paes wasn't actually invited, even though he's meant to be highly rated for the future and technically joining Chelsea after the Club World Cup as well, although he is expected to go on loan to Strasbourg for the next season. Mamadou Sarr is another young signing. They're all young players here, which I think could show what they're about to Chelsea fans on the world stage. He's also just had 1 year of professional football experience at Strasbourg, our sister sister club, he's a really calm-headed defender, level-headed, composed on the ball, good at defending, can put a foot in, super tall, I believe, as well. He can win headers, nice and physical, 19 years of age as well. I think he's probably not really that far off Badiashile or Disasi technical ability already, if not better than them. So if he can prove that he's as competent or more competent than them, he could have a first team role, which not many people were expecting. And then we could cut our losses on Badiashile, a Disasi, a Renato Vega. He wasn't invited either, but we can make profit on him. So it could cancel out. So a Badiashile and a Disasi and a Vega, refresh that defense and kind of cut our losses or make profits. Tyreek George didn't get too many minutes last season, but when he did prove that he's great at football, obviously, playing for Chelsea. He's an academy product and did save us a couple of times. I feel like he should have got more minutes. I think Sancho wasn't too convincing. Maresca liked playing Noni Madueke on the left towards the end of the season, whereas George is right-footed, cutting in. It just made more sense. But he is young and you can't put too much weight on his young shoulders. However, at the Club World Cup, we only have 3 wingers joining or being part of the squad. We got Madueke, previously mentioned, Pedro Neto, and Tyreek George. And Tyreek George is the only left-sided player, the only right footer out of those 3. So I do think he'll get good minutes. And with good minutes against potentially weaker teams like Tunis and LAFC, no offense, he could do the business and we could see what he's about a bit more. Joshua Chempong as well, he's part of the first team squad with Tyreek George. They're best mates in real life, but didn't get too many minutes. When he did play, again, he showed what he's about, really talented player. But at the end of the day, Enzo Maresca preferred to start Malo Gusto in the Conference League final and then brought on Reece James at half time. I don't know where Gusto fits in this squad personally, and I think Reece James and Chempong perfect fits for the right back position, which inverts into midfield. We don't want to risk Reece James, obviously. We don't want to give him too many minutes. I think at this point we have to have him part of the squad, play him when he can, but you can't play him every single game like a Moises Caicedo or Cole Palmer, and that's where the rotation of Joshua Chempong can come in handy. And then finally, Mark Yu, he got so unlucky last season. He went into the season as our second choice striker behind Nicholas Jackson, was patient, joined from Barcelona last season as an 18-year-old. He scored a few goals in the Conference League, ended up being our top scorer in the Conference League, I believe. And Kunku was not trusted as a striker in the end. Maresca finally decided that he's not part of the plans. Jackson finally got injured for Yu's sake. I'm not wishing injury on anyone, but Mark Yu would have been waiting for his opportunity to arise. And I believe the same game that Jackson got injured, Yu came on, replaced him against West Ham and got injured himself. If not, very similar timing. Really bad timing for Mark Yu. He could have had a good few stretch of months where he was the first choice striker in Conference League games, Cup games, Premier League games, and just happened to be injured at the exact same time as our first choice striker. But at the Club World Cup, could get more minutes. We have signed Liam Delap, another striker, so he is now third choice striker, and I do believe Yu will be going out on loan somewhere. I think in a championship he'd rip it up. I think he's maybe too good for the championship, but at least he would get guaranteed minutes. And if he performs well, presses high like we've seen him do, scores a few nice goals, he could elevate his stature in world football and potentially get a higher considered level of loan. Maybe a team in Italy, Spain, maybe Como under Cesc Fabregas, Spanish manager, plays young players. You never know. That is all for this video. I appreciate you watching this far. If you haven't already, I would urge you to like the video if you enjoyed it. It's up to you. Subscribe as well to join the channel. You won't miss out on potential future videos like this. Oh, they'll be about Chelsea. Let's admit it. It's going to be about Chelsea. Club World Cup is going to be heavy for content. The transfer window is going to be open once again. And if you did enjoy this video, I'd recommend you press this on because you'll probably enjoy it as well. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.